Welcome to Weird Historian. These old photos capture real moments from the past, strange, powerful, and often forgotten pieces of history that still speak to us today. A debris of dishes found on the wreck of the Titanic, 1985. A German flamethrower operator poses for a shot somewhere in the Soviet Union in 1941. A Great Dane riding shotgun in a sports car, Hollywood, California, 1961. A reader in a Havana cigar rolling factory, 1933, reciting classic books both for mental stimulation and to prevent idle conversation among the workers. A tattoo artist outside his parlour in Kensington Market, Lutz Diller, 1964. A young woman posing on a race car at the 3rd Tokyo Racing Car Show, 1970. Actor Johnny Eck was born with an underdeveloped lower torso, posing for a promotional photo for the famous movie Freaks in 1932. Barack Obama during his time as a law professor at the University of Chicago, 1995. Barbara Lieber, 9-year-old sugar beet worker, hoeing with her 11-year-old sister on a Wisconsin farm near St. John, 1915. Behind the scenes at Ringling Brothers Circus, 1949. Bishop John Albert Johnson and his family, 1900. Bob Marley, after being shot by a gang in his home, 1976. Brigadier General James Stewart is the highest-ranking actor in the US military of all time. British plant collector Ernest Henry Wilson photographed tea porters in Sichuan, China. Men carried bales through harsh mountain trails, covering about 6 miles a day, 1908. Caroline Kennedy walks ahead while her father carries her doll, 1960. Che Guevara at Saladin's tomb in Damascus, 1959. Claude Rigsby is in front of his original Rigsby Station, Waynesville, Missouri, late 1920s. De Beers miners are X-rayed at the end of each shift before leaving the diamond mines, Kimberley, South Africa, October 1954. Demolition of Cockensey Power Station, East Lothian, Scotland. Drunken women fighting on a rooftop, London, 1902. Eleanor Roosevelt shared a heartfelt greeting with this native woman in 1940. Electronic music pioneer Daphne Oram in her home studio in 1962. Famous architects dressed as their buildings at an architect ball, 1931. French boys holding their mothers' bags, 1962. Future host of The Apprentice Don Trump with his mentor, the world's most hated lawyer, Roy Cohn, at a party in Washington, 1983. Genovese crime family soldiers Luigi Esposito and Salvatore Luisi with longshoreman Frank Viciano after a failed opium smuggling attempt in New York City, 1939. In 1953, a colleague administers the polio vaccine to its creator, Dr. Jonas Salk. In the 1950s, Los Angeles cleared the Mexican-American community of Chavez Ravine for a housing project, police forcibly dragging Aurora Vargas from her home as her mother, Avrana Arechiga, resisted. In the 1960s, Afghanistan was one of the more progressive countries in the Islamic world. Women could vote, hold public office, and had many of the same rights as men. John F. Kennedy campaigning for president in 1960. Leonardo DiCaprio introduces his grandmother Elena Stepanovna to Prince Charles, London, 1998. Officer arrests man who wasn't using his mask and isn't taking the Spanish flu pandemic seriously, San Francisco, California, 1918. President Jimmy Carter installed 32 solar panels outside the White House, 1979. Prospector Archie Smith on the porch of his cabin, Eagle Creek, Murray, Idaho, 1889. Protesters marched during Prohibition, Chicago, 1920s. Receptionist waits at her desk, General Motors, Technical Center, 1965. Richie smells the perfume of his girlfriend back home in Jay, Oklahoma, as he opens her letter in Vietnam, 1966. Rowan Atkinson with his 1981 Aston Martin Vibe 8 Vantage. Soviet soldiers liberated by the US Army from a German prison camp in France, 1944. The beautiful Spanish singer, actress, and bride Pepa Flores in 1969. The female firefighter uniform from the Aquila Serre Ladies Fire Brigade in London, 1926. The magnificent Detroit Museum of Art in 1888, it was demolished in 1960. The Night Witches was the German nickname for the all-female night bomber regiment during World War II. An example of the ravages of syphilis from the early 1900s before salvarsan and penicillin became available. Cabinet ministers lined up for execution after a coup d'etat in Liberia, 1980. The only known photograph taken during the first night of the Stonewall riots by freelance photographer Joseph Ambrosini shows LGBTQ youth scuffling with New York Police Department. 3 children stand and look in the window of Mrs. Herbst's bakery in New York City, 1960s. Traveling Preacher, Greenville, Mississippi, 1970. 2 boys being arrested for pickpocketing, New York, early 20th century. Two boys playing a makeshift game of golf in an empty lot, 1930. 2 girls at their high school lockers wearing bell-bottoms in the 1970s. Two Soviet soldiers posing for a photo, 1970. US President Jimmy Carter and an aide hop a fence at LaGuardia Airport in New York City, 1976. US soldiers wearing winter gear during the Korean War, 1951. Vladimir Putin with a classmate at the St. Petersburg Sports School in 1971. Weary Marines in pouring rain during the Battle of Guam, 1944. Window cleaners on the World Trade Center, 1979. Woodstock Festival, New York, August 1969.